All right, away we go with weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday evening. Thanks for joining me once again, everyone, for the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. In normal times, I would be doing these videos, of course, from our downtown Youngstown studios, but I've been spending more time at the home office in between the newscasts to maximize, of course, social distancing over the last couple of months. And, well, I woke up this morning and it was raining in some spots. Wasn't really expecting that. Expected most of the rain to stay off to our south and west, but we picked up a couple of hundredths of an inch worth of rain at the Youngstown Warren Airport right around daybreak this morning. Then the rain pivoted off to the west as expected, but we had a little sneak attack of some light rain. You may have noticed that if you're an early morning riser, but with some sunshine this afternoon. 73 today, yet another warmer than average day. We've reeled off several consecutive warmer than average days now since the latter portions of last week. This morning wasn't a very nice sunrise, but obscured by the clouds, the sun did rise at exactly 6 a.m., so we'll have pre-6 o'clock sunrises for several weeks now. The earliest sunrises at our location, generally speaking, June 9th to the 18th, about 5:49. Now that's the exact time in Youngstown. It'll be a couple of minutes earlier than that to the east, and if you're west of Youngstown and closer to, say, Stark County, Portage County, it'll be a minute or two later, but you get the idea. Earliest sunrises coming up in a few weeks between the 9th and 18th of June. Well, 1 year ago today, wow, what a toasty one. Now, this was not a record. It was a couple of degrees shy of the record, but still a toasty 87 a year ago today on May 19th. We haven't even been close to that so far this season, and we reached our first 80-degree temperature of the season just yesterday. We don't have any 87s in our current forecast, although we may make a run into the mid-80s eventually. We'll talk about the longer range coming up momentarily. Just before 7 p.m., here's a look at the radar, trying to get a few sprinkles down towards East Liverpool this evening, but for the most part, it's just soggy. Once again, towards Cambridge, Zanesville, Columbus area, Mansfield as well. Look at these 48-hour rainfall totals. When you look at central Ohio around Columbus, 3-4 inches pretty common through here. I didn't want to do that. Let's not query the let's not query the road names. Let's query the rainfall amounts. Let's see if I can find one here. There we go. Almost 4 inches on the south side of Columbus. Once you get up closer to Lima, 3 inches pretty common up there. Around Cincinnati, lots of problems with rain. 3-4 inches worth of rain, pretty common around there. So no surprise, a lot of river flood warnings and aerial flood warnings are out for the I-71 corridor this evening from Mansfield to Columbus, and then heading down towards Cincinnati as well. So a flash flood watch out for a good chunk of southwest Ohio, parts of Kentucky, and a few counties into West Virginia. This is pretty cool to look at. It's what's causing all the problems, but it's still cool to see a big upper low spinning on the water vapor imagery this evening. This is a cutoff low, meaning it's cut off from the main jet stream, meaning there's not a lot of steering currents to move this thing along, so it's just kind of wobbling and meandering, and it's causing more rain issues, not only in southern Ohio, but down the spine of the Appalachians into parts of the Carolinas and Virginia as well. For us, it'll be a mostly cloudy, uneventful night tonight. I think the sun's going to try to break out a little bit sooner tomorrow than it did today, especially in our northern TV viewing area, but this will be a decent afternoon. A little bit cooler than today by a handful of degrees, with a cooler fetch out of the east coming our way for tomorrow, but again, still a pretty decent day if you need to mow the grass or do anything else involving being outdoors. Thursday, I think there's a small chance of an afternoon shower, but it's a small chance. Wouldn't bank on that just yet. I do think the rain's a little more likely at times Thursday night. And heading into the day on Friday, I suspect Friday will be the wettest day of the next 7 overall. It's going to turn kind of humid this weekend, that is for sure. As that upper low moves off the playing field, ridge of high pressure will start to build in, and the atmospheric moisture will build. And that means it's going to feel like summer, certainly by the end of the weekend and into the holiday on Monday. Memorial Day looks to be warm. It looks to be humid. Check out the dew points here. Expected to be in the lower 60s by Sunday and perhaps middle and upper 60s by Monday and Tuesday of next week. So this high of 73 that we had today will seem a little bit on the cool side compared to where we expect to be in the coming days. I expect the warm weather to stick around for much of next week. All right, that'll do it for me on Weather for Weather Geeks tonight. Thanks as always for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. And I will see you back here on Wednesday evening.